Kornelija Slunjski, a.k.a. your bougie best friend, a.k.a. one of my favorite women on Insta and TikTok, because she always has such empowering messages, great advice for women. Thank you so much for being here, by the way.
My absolute pleasure.
And the reason I wanted to have you here, I knew there was going to be some relationship stories. There's always great celebrity relationship stories. And you do so many amazing videos about just like these empowering videos on dating and what women should and shouldn't accept. And then I look at celebrity culture, which everybody, there's a lot of fans that are like, well, she did it. But I think so many of them are making such huge mistakes. And I worry that people are getting mixed messages. They watch you and they're getting like these empowering messages. And then they see like Khloe Kardashian, who is once again allowing this loser back into her life who has baby mamas all over the place. Let's talk about that first, because I saw that story that, Tristan Thompson was kind of hiding this third baby, but realized that once it was going to be out there in the media, he better let Khloe know. But I just feel like...
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know I have another child on the side.
Right.
I mean, after the first time, it's like, it's going to happen again. I just think she should have known from the very first time. He cheated on her while she was 9 months pregnant, literally giving birth. But I just think that people should look at, you look at a human being, look how they're living, look at their life, and see if you would like to trade places with that person. And then you can listen to their advice or not listen to their advice. Like, it's up to you to listen to, an influencer like me, mm-hmm. or a Khloe Kardashian who's been with the same guy like 3-4 times. Like, it's difficult because you see them, people look at these people as like an idol. They look up to them, like J-Lo also, she's going through, with Ben Affleck back and forth. People see J-Lo and they're like, she's my mom. She's my, how do you say it? Like, she's my
like role model. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My role model. And then she's doing these things. So this must be okay.
Right. And I feel like when celebrities do it, it justifies our bad behavior. Like, if I make a big mistake with a guy, I can always be like, well, Khloe Kardashian took Tristan back, and I feel like that's not the point, right?
No, it's not the point, because she's obviously not happy. I mean, who would be happy if your significant other cheated on you so many times? I mean, this is a child. This is not just cheating. This is a relationship. But you can't let the outside world tell you what is normal, what is not normal. And there's people who, I don't know, like, this is so funny. There's people who do such horrible things. They're murderers, people who steal all over the place. And it doesn't mean that you're going to do that. But it is hard to look up to these people in their music and their style, but look at their private life and see that it's not that clear. I don't know how to
But then wait, isn't there that side also where you're like, my life is so much better than hers? Like, she's always talking about, like, she's always like these perfect pictures and she looks amazing and buy my jeans and this is my perfect baby. And it's like, bitch, don't even try it. Like, my man doesn't cheat on me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's some schadenfreude there where I look at her and I'm like, I feel better about myself on some level.
What I do think about celebrities and their relationships, their life is so much everybody's looking at them every single day. You step out of the apartment, not hair, makeup done, people look at you and they're like, oh, look at her. She's, they're so magnified. And then everything they do also gets blown out of proportion. Also, there's a lot of lies in the media. There's so much that impacts their daily life. I mean, I know when I hear gossip about me somewhere that I know is not true, I get really upset. But imagine that the entire world is talking about that situation, and then it creates problems where there are actually no problems. And it's very difficult. I mean, now that, my Instagram is growing and people are sending me crazy things.
Like what?
I mean, it did happen that, people were trying to create problems between me and my boyfriend, which is just, it was just unusual that, me at this, I'm nowhere near Chloe or J-Lo by, fame or whatever, but people just like to talk.
Right.
Yeah, about other people. And then some problems that might not be there become there.
Right. I see what you're saying. So if they're doing it at your level, they're obviously doing it at Kardashian's level. So when you see a celebrity story, you should not, unless the celebrity's telling you themselves.
Yes.
Right.
Even when my first video became popular and viral, people were twisting my words. Everything I said in the video, they just posted the way it works for them. They just created a narrative that was not even there. But I mean, I can't even imagine being a celebrity. So again, a lot of them do a lot of stupid things, which I'm not supporting. And getting back with the guy who cheated on you when you were 9 months pregnant, and then again and again and again. I mean, what kind of example are you putting for your, not just your kids, but your friends, their kids? Everybody knows you, and you're so public. It's just, but again, it's the life they chose, so it's hard.
Right.
There's a lot of things here that should be considered, but I do see that having a relationship in a public eye is not easy.
Right.
All right. I saw your video where you were talking about going on vacation with somebody new. And who should pay for that vacation?
Well, I'm from Croatia, and this is a very traditional country. So basically, men pay for everything at the beginning. So it's like still a stage where he's trying to impress you, where he's trying to show that he can provide. And, one day when you're going to give birth to his kids, he can be there for you. So from where I come from, men are just trying to impress their women. And it's financially in the beginning, obviously, bring her flowers, take her to dinner. And if there's a first vacation coming up, which you're mentioning, he should pay for your ticket. I mean, the same way he would pay for, I don't know, if you're getting an Uber from A to B place, he's going to probably order an Uber. So why not? Because if he's suggesting a trip, why not?
Right. So he has to pay for everything. Uber, hotel, food.
Not everything. I do think that that's what a lot of people are also like to twist my words when in my dating advice videos about paying. It's not that a man has to pay all the time. I was saying, like, in the beginning stages when he's trying to impress you, courtship or whatever was the word. So like first dinners, first this, first that. But once you are exclusive, once you are like, okay, this is my man and I'm his girl, then feel free to share it's all up to you later in a relationship. I feel in the beginning stages is normal that a guy is trying to, show more, but later you have to split things if that's the dynamic in your relationship. You can't just expect that he's gonna, because this is life. This is not a flirting stage.
So
I agree with you 100% because I think here's the thing. I still think that on a lot of realms, like men still hold the power in relationships. Even there's so much research that shows high school and college that men make the decisions which girls are going to be popular. Just because you're the pretty girl and you're the smart girl doesn't mean if the boys don't like you, you're not going to be popular. So you're kind of we're conditioned to the boys being the ones to make the decisions about whether we're popular, what our relationship is going to be. So I think yes, and they make more money than us. I think absolutely. The guy should pay. And I'm not even saying the guy has to be rich. I have dated some poor guys, some guys that just drummers who lived on my couch at some point, you know what I mean? But I saw that they scraped together whatever they had or borrowed money from their parents or, whatever they had to do because they wanted to impress me. So it wasn't about being rich because I think people, that's what they don't understand. When you say the guy should pay, people assume, oh, you only go after rich men. No, it's not about how much money they have. It's about the man making the effort to show you, I don't care where he takes me. It doesn't have to be the most expensive restaurant, but just, show me that you're making an effort, that you really care about me early on, because if you don't do that early on, you're not going to do that later on.
Oh, no. But you know what happens later on, that a lot of these girls who were totally okay in the beginning doing things either 50-50 or, showing I can do this myself, later in a relationship, they start complaining and they're like, you never do this. You never take me here. You never do that. Like, but with the big
guys can't win.
They can't. I mean, women are crazy. And I speak from personal experience. So we change our minds sometimes too.
No, really?
Very hormonal.
Women change their minds. I've never had that in my life.
Especially when we're thinking, where are we going to eat? Or like, what are we going to order for take? Oh, I mean, oh my God, whatever. Like, we never know what we want, but.
My boyfriend's favorite game that I play with him is something that I'd normally just be really nice about. I suddenly get really mad about. And he's like, wait, you're mad about this? Yes. Just the other day, you didn't care. I'm like, I care now. He's like, wait, okay. And then the next time he'll bring it up again, he'll be like, babe, listen, I got to tell you something. He'll tell me, be like, oh, so what? What? You got furious about this last month. So it's,
So you do it on purpose.
No, we keep them guessing. Guessing.
It keeps it exciting. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. We're totally unpredictable.
From the guy's point of view, very exciting.
I always tell my boyfriend, at least you're not bored.
Right. Exactly. There was a story today in the news that I also thought of you because Ben Affleck has really been pissing me off so much lately. He has said such stupid things. Like, I don't know if you saw a couple of months ago, he said that every kid should grow up with a father and a mother. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, gay couples were like, hi, excuse us. You know what I mean? It was such a stupid thing to say. So today he said something I think equally stupid. He basically blamed Jennifer Garner for his drinking problems. He said that he felt trapped in that marriage and that if he continued to be with her, he'd still be drinking. And I was like, well, something's wrong there. So I want to know what your thoughts were on that type of relationship, because I think it's not just Ben Affleck. I think a lot of women experience men like that kind of blame them for their problems.
Yeah, I did see this Ben Affleck, what he said about drinking. And I was looking at a bunch of things about his, just in general, alcohol problem. And he's been open about it for years. And he's, the media also likes to, change things, what he actually, I mean, he did say something like that, but he didn't literally say, I blame Jen for my alcohol problem, but he said that he felt so trapped in that marriage. So he was drinking. I mean, obviously, yes, if he stayed married to Jennifer, he would still drink, but he didn't literally say, I blame her. Not that I'm, saying anything positive about him, but I do know people also like to twist, those words. But I think when you are trapped in a marriage or whatever, you start doing things almost like self-sabotage, I think, because he started drinking, which obviously you're going to sabotage everything around you, every positive, every negative relationship. I mean, not negative. You were going to ruin every positive thing you have in your life. But I don't know, I guess they just didn't know how to end their marriage. Or I see this so often, and that I get so many DMs and girls ask me questions, and people are staying in these relationships that have they're not going anywhere. They're so unhappy and they stay together for so long, married or not married, kids, obviously I don't know how would I react in a situation if I'm in a marriage with kids like 10 years in, like, I don't know, I'm not there. So I can't speak, for those people. I know it's not the same as me now, 30, like, oh yeah, everything's easy. It's not that easy.
Right.
But I do think a lot of people stay married because they think it's better for the kids or better for that. And then they start to go into addictions, and it's better to separate for that. But again, to get back to your question, what happens in relationships when men blame the other person? Obviously, it's easier to blame your partner. Because
than to take responsibility. Right.
Why would you take any responsibility? That means that you have to change and you have to do some self-work. And it is known that men tend to talk less about their feelings. They don't go to a therapist. They think it's, most
not manly, right? Yeah,
not manly. Like, what is he going to tell me or whatever? They just don't like to do therapy. So that's why they always kind of go to that, addiction and then blaming her. I mean, it's narcissistic.
Yes, that's the thing. I mean, the fact, like, as if Jennifer Garner is such a horrible partner. Like, she trapped me. She didn't trap you. You can leave anytime you want. She's perfectly okay. She's, if you left, she'll be fine. It's so, you're right. It's so narcissistic. Like, oh, she's trapping me.
When did they get a divorce? I forgot.
I guess they were officially divorced just a couple of years ago, just like right before he started dating that producer at SNL.
So I think they were 2015, maybe.
Yeah, I think 2015 they split.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't even imagine how it would be to be married to somebody with that kind of addiction. I mean,
right.
How do you recover from that? I don't know.
And as if he's the prize. So he's an addict. He has these ridiculous
But he's
views.
Batman.
Was he?
No.
Yeah,
he was Batman. So he's Batman. When you're Batman, you can be like that. I think what his problem is he got a Jennifer tattoo, and he just has to
stay in his lane.
Yeah,
that's
instead
right.
of getting it removed, you just keep dating different Jennifers.
That's right.
But when they started dating, him and JLo, I just thought this whole thing was so, I mean, okay, you can be in love, everything can be great, but it was so forced. Like every photo, they're like happy, smiling. Come on. I mean, nobody's happy smiling 24/7. It was just
perfect outfits, perfect hair and makeup. Like, it wasn't like a regular day. They were just hanging out. Every day it was just like the lighting was perfect. The hair was it felt like relationship by PR department.
Yeah. And then I think the other day I saw they were at some kind of game, either basketball or something. Like you go sit front row. Obviously, we're going to take photos of you. Like, we know why you did that. So it's just, I don't know. It's funny.
And they're like all over each other in the front row. It's like, you know what? Give it a rest.
I never understood why are people so obsessed with Ben Affleck, though. I mean, he's not
Batman.
Okay. So.
And finally, I want to talk to you about. I have my hat.
Oh,
Wait, I can't put it on with my. Hang on. Wait, there we go. That's better. Wait, hang on. Let me do it right.
You just paid so much money for that blowout, and you're going to put a hat on it.
Oh yeah, I love your hair today. I mean, I always your hair. Today,
Thank you.
I love it.
It looks better with my high maintenance hat on.
Oh, it sure does.
So, the Coco Beauty line of hats is amazing. Let's talk about them, where people can buy them, the different hats you have, and the expansion of the line. So I think that's important too.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they are sold out, but
of course they are.
But I do have a website where I'm selling my merch, and I kind of started blogging again, even though people are not that bloggy. But I was hoping to launch another merch line right before the holidays.
She keeps putting the hat in the camera. We get it.
I want to make sure everybody can see the hat. It's very important. It says high maintenance because as if they didn't know.
Yeah, we all high maintenance women here. So I'm working on another drop, which is going to be top and bottoms, like sweaters and sweatpants, crew necks, like hoodies. Everything was supposed to be done before Christmas, but unfortunately with the new spike of everything and, delivery is not working as fast as I was hoping. It wouldn't be, I could have finished it on time, but it wouldn't be as I would like. So
right.
I just, I was just, okay, I can wait. It's not time sensitive. It's not like a holiday collection. So
right.
Yeah, I'll make sure to send you a piece.
Yes, please. So, I'm obsessed.
I'm so excited about these because also I created the hats because I live in Miami now and I'm on the sun every day. And I was always thinking I can't find a cute hat. That's also like a statement piece that it can be an outfit, but I wear these hats all the time. And I have to protect my face from the sun because I don't want to get wrinkles. So
right.
I created these hats, and then I'm always in sweats. So if I'm home, if I'm running errands, I love sweats. And I think that COVID created, this sweat look. Like acceptable. Everybody's
right. It's fashion now. It's not like, oh my God, what are you wearing? It's total fashion, especially here in New York. Like everybody wears some kind of jogger or sweat or like crop sweatshirt. And let me just give one little more shout out to this hat. I'll tell you why this is my favorite hat, because it is the only hat I've ever had in my life that I could fit my sunglasses.
Ooh.
I have that problem all the time, that I always wear big sunglasses, and it always makes the hat go up or fall off my head. I could put my sunglasses on and the hat, and it's the cutest look. Plus, I love that it says high maintenance, and it's like, I like the hat looks like it's like kind of worn in a little bit, like it's, you know what I mean? It feels like, like right, exactly. It's
I had another
cool.
color. There was another color. It was like a khaki, because those are I usually wear just neutrals. So it's either something, beige or brown or khaki, whatever, or something that's black and white. So that's why I made these. And the second drop is also going to be neutrals. I mean, that's just what I wear mostly. Neutrals, solid colors. I actually like this shirt that Anthony has, this green. No, I really do.
Yeah, it's just a t-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's shocking.
So I've never heard that. So where do people get these hats when they do come in and close?
So as of right now, it's still under my actual name, which is very long. So KOR, and my actual name, because I had this website for so long, and I really like my name, but I need to, for selling purposes, I have to make it shorter. So I also sell it on Instagram, Coco Butte, which is really cool. What Instagram, you can literally buy it straight from the app, and TikTok,
I love that
too. So people can buy it there. But I always put links on my Instagram, TikTok. I kind of started YouTube again, but everything's taking so much time. It's just
right.
And I'm still, one person team. I have somebody who's helping me with my organization and stuff, but you guys know this is a whole production.
Yeah. No, it's amazing what you're doing on your own. Like that's the thing about, like, so many things about you I find so appealing and empowering. Not just your voice, that you have this voice where you really are on the side of women in the right way, but the fact that you are doing all of this on your own, like all of your success, I really admire that, because I come from being from New York. I've seen so many people that are just like, they have a famous last name, or they know somebody who knows somebody, and they don't really do it on their own. They say they do, but I hate that bullshit. It's like, oh, somebody gave you $500,000 so you can do this on your own. You didn't do anything on your own. You really have. I mean, you really have created quite a brand for yourself and quite an image. And it's just, like I said, I mean, your brand, your voice is just so refreshing. And I love watching your videos, and I'm like, what's she going to say next? And I love that I see articles and think, I'm dying to know Kornelija's opinion on this.
Well, I can be back as often as you'd like, but no, this really means a lot what you said, because sometimes, we all get caught up in, oh, what should I do next? Or why didn't I do this? And why did I not do that? And we forget to see how far we've come. And, when I heard people say that, I was like, oh, just stop. It's such a cliche, but it's so true. Like now, I remember you guys were the first people who invited me to speak about this high maintenance coffee walk dates as a topic. And I remember I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to say to these people? I didn't know if people are going to be nice or they're going to be rude, because, I get a lot of stuff in my comment section and DMs and stuff. So, you never know. People are not always nice. But it's so...
No, we loved you immediately. Yeah. And we were so grateful that you came on the show, and, all of our audience loved you. We got such positive feedback for the same reasons that we wanted to have you on now, because it's such a different twist. It's such an empowering take on things, because it's okay for women, just like the conversation we just had. It's okay for women to say, no, you pay for dinner. Like you pay for dinner, and it's okay. And it doesn't mean that I'm suddenly no longer a feminist, or I can't, be in control of my body, and I don't owe you anything.
I love that you just said that, because it's okay for a guy to say, oh, I want a girl that's a blonde girl with big boobs or tall, whatever. But if a girl says she wants a guy that's wealthy, oh, look at this gold digger, look at this, she just wants, no, like it doesn't mean that he doesn't have to be a millionaire, but he needs to have a decent living. Like what is this narrative that we need to give a chance to everyone? Like every girl should give every guy who likes her, she should give him a chance. But like, maybe he's a good person. Yeah, he might be a good person, but there's a good person that also has a job. I mean,
right.
You posted a video on, let me see the date on here so people can find it, about a week ago, called What It's Like to Be a Girl. And it's just, it's a really good example of what we're talking about, where I'd seen the video and I love that you parody it, and you use that video while you're getting yourself together and putting on makeup. And it's all these terms that women have heard their whole lives meant to hurt us, things like, don't be bossy. Or
funny enough, today a follower replied to one of my stories saying, "Are you on your period?"
Really?
And that's one of the things. That was one of the things that if one day we say something different than the day before, oh, you're on your period. All these condescending that women hear, men don't hear stuff like that.
Yeah, and
somebody actually said that to you.
Yeah, today. And I wrote, "Excuse me," and she said, "You just seem very angry today." Something, I don't know what she said. And she's like, "I'm sorry, maybe my comment was not appropriate." Oh, you think?
Hashtag yes, all women. Like, we have all heard that at some point in our lives.
But not from somebody who is, quote unquote, following me. Like, how dare you say something
like
that?
And a woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. And I mean, I don't want to bash this girl now, but like, I was giving her advice before, and it's like, how can you just tell somebody, "Oh, are you on your period? You seem angry." What?
Wow.
It's like, did you miss the point of everything I've been saying for the past year and a half? Did you miss everything?
And the funny thing is, I didn't even look that angry. I was totally fine. I was like, I was being myself, honey. You know me by now. Like, you know my vibe.
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah, no, they should go to my page if they want to see real anger.
Yeah.
But that video you mentioned, that's really important video, because we've been told these things our whole life, and they're not always meant as a negative, but you see how they shape you down the line.
Right.
Like on the days you have your period, if you say something rude to someone, they can just use it against you. I mean, it's just it just shapes you in a way. Like, you're eating too much, you're eating too little. Okay, it's never enough. No matter what you do, if you're pretty, you have pretty privilege. If you're not that pretty, it's like you're bitter, or like whatever. People. Right. You can. I feel like we can win. Nobody can win.
It's a way that mostly men use to put us in our place. And if we're right about something, the more successful we are, all they have to do is say one of those cliche things that people have been saying to women since we could walk, and they get away with it because, it's a way to put us in our place, and it's not okay. And I love that you call attention to it, because it made me think about it. And hopefully, all of your viewers, hopefully all women are thinking about that and how that has shaped a lot of our views of ourselves and other women.
Yeah. You know how when you're growing up, and if you have a son and a daughter, to your daughter, you're going to say, "Oh, you're so pretty. Look at this bow." But to your son, you're going to say something like, "Oh, look at you, so strong. You're such a strong little boy." Mm-hmm. And right now it doesn't sound as a negative, but you're focused on her looks here, but on him, he needs to be big and strong.
Yep.
So it's like that's how we are raised since we can remember, but not to go into any depths here.
No, I remember when I was in high school, we had this one period that like you could just sit around and do stuff, and there were magazines in the classroom, believe it or not. And I remember I was like 17 or YM or one of those. And it said how to be pretty and feminine for spring. And then the boys magazine was like, books you should read and how to be smarter, how to spend your summer being smarter so you can hit the ground running in the fall with, your brain intact or something like that. And it was like, there it is right there. Here's how to tan and look pretty this summer. Here are the books you should read so that way you're ready to hit the ground running in September. It's like, How about switch those?
Yeah. But that's why we are brought up that men should, be smart and work hard and provide for the family, versus females, just look on the side of it. Obviously, that's not the times now. I don't want somebody to like quote me now. Oh, look at her saying that. But that's how, since we're kids, that's what they do to us.
Right. But you know what? The more conversations like this we have, the more we change the narrative moving forward. And girls coming up today will hear people like you rather than that really misogynistic narrative that I certainly heard as a young girl. I don't know about you. It might be different in New York than it was.
Oh, heard it. I think it's a universal.
Oh, okay. Sad to hear that. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. Once again, I love talking to you, Kornelija. Go to Coco Butte, KOKOBEAUTE, as if you're already not following her. But in case you're not, make sure you do on TikTok and Instagram. You're amazing. And we're really excited. So when you have your clothing line, definitely come back and we'll talk about that. And congratulations on all your amazing success. I adore you.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I always have a blast with you.